What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Ross the Boss coming at you with an all-new Let's Play Diablo 3 and Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls. We are going to be starting a brand new character here. We are going to be playing a witch doctor named Citra. But most importantly, we are going to be playing on hardcore difficulty. Diablo 3 is one of my favorite games, but I am yet to experience the hardcore playstyle. Essentially what that means is if you die, it is permanent. We are going to be playing Act 1, The Fallen Star, on normal difficulty. So without further ado, let's dive in to our level 1 Witch Doctor playthrough of Citra.
I wander to places beyond imaginings. Far from the jungles of my youth. My knowledge has grown vast. The people, they think me banished, shunned to the end of my days. They say I defy the spirits, but I say no. I follow them. The spirits show me alone that the sky fire is where the end begins. They say this must not be. I live to serve the spirits, so I go. There is none but me to answer the call.
So here we are, Overlook Road.
Heavy with death. The fallen star is near.
And because we are level 1, the only skill that we really have right now is Poison Dart. Shoot a deadly poison dart. And it does do quite a bit of damage. As you can see, at least in the beginning here, on normal difficulty, it is a one-hit kill. And we do not have a second ability, at least right now. We'll get that at level 2. So in the meantime, we do have this very, very weak attack. But I just wanted to say, playing a witch doctor out of all the different classes is probably one of my favorite. And I'll tell you why in just a moment.
The spirits tell me go, seek the cradle of the fallen star. And so, I am here.
It fell on the old cathedral. There was only one survivor, Leah. You should speak with her.
Captain Rumford, more dead are coming.
We can't open the gates until we drive them back.
So essentially, a witch doctor is probably one of my favorite classes. And it's because you have the ability to summon a variety of minions and monsters. And really, it's a kind of over-the-top playstyle that has a darker theme. Now, I have played a warrior all the way through. I have dabbled.
Seen anyone fight like that before? Guards, open the gates. You'll find Leah at the Slaughtered Calf Inn.
I have dabbled with a variety of other classes like the monk, the witch, excuse me, the demon hunter, and I believe, I guess that's it. I've never really played the Crusader, but now that we have reached level 2, we have gained a new skill slot. We have secondary, obviously before we had a melee attack. Now we have Grasp of the Dead, finally taking a little bit of our mana. We have 150 mana requirement out of 750. And basically, ghoulish hands from the ground. They rise up and they slow and damage enemies. And our new objective is to once again go ahead and into New Tristram and the Slaughtered Calf Inn. We are looking for Leah.
You are Leah. The captain says you survived the fallen star.
I did, but it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia, but
Watch out! The wounded are turning!
Oh, man. So as you can see, the Grasp of the Dead certainly does some damage, but because we're on normal difficulty, we really don't have any real issues to be worried
the dead
about.
will overwhelm us all, unless something is done.
There is a deep sickness here, but it can be healed.
Thank you. You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can tell you what to do.
Now, essentially, because we are playing on hardcore mode, we actually don't have the ability to change the difficulty at all. It might change when we get to level 70, but I really just don't believe so. Our new objective is now meet Captain Rumford back at the gate, and I think what we're going to do is try to clear out a few more of these risen zombies.
How can I help to fight the risen dead?
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
Their sacrifice saved their people. I will honor it.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out these horrors.
They're attacking the barricades!
So we do have a few mini-bosses. They are called the Wretched Mothers. And essentially what they do is they obviously spawn more and more risen dead.
There are more of them in the ruins down the road.
And our goal is to kill all three and kill the Wretched Queen while killing 3 of her wretched mothers. Making our way down the road, I just want to say, like, you know, I have played Diablo 3, obviously I played it when it came out, I think it was in 2011. Now, playing on my laptop, the graphics look brand new to me, obviously not playing on a gaming PC, and, you know, 6 years later, it feels like I'm experiencing this campaign for the first time. So here we are. I would like to go ahead and get to level 4 as soon as I can, because then we have the ability to unlock our defensive skills, and we have a Wretched Mother. Now, basically, these defensive skills that we can unlock, you know, we have the ability to summon zombie dogs, and really, it is a very, very nice and useful skill to have, because basically your dogs will tank the enemies for you, and they do quite a bit of damage. As the game progresses, we do have the ability to continue upgrading a variety of those zombie dogs. We can give them poison, we can set them on fire, we could even have them explode and do quite a bit of damage. Looks like we have a damp cellar that I would like to go down into. And we have yet another Wretched Mother. A one-hit shot isn't too bad at all. Making our way into the damp cellar. And it looks like there is a chest. I do want to go ahead, and I did pick up some items that, because, you know, I did pick up some items, I want to go ahead and equip those whenever I can. And 4 gold. Not bad at all. Inventory. And we have reptilian cloth pants. We even have a nice bow that I don't think we are going to need at all. But, you know, it does do a little bit of extra damage. But my number one priority is to either equip a shield or some type of offhand weapon, because it'll give me intelligence, unlike a lot of different bows. Okay, so we are still looking for our Wretched Mother and kill the Wretched Queen. Let's see if we can find anything over here. Not too much. And I believe at level 3 we're going to gain some new abilities. We are going to be, you know, changing up our Poison Dart, or essentially improving Grasp of the Dead. I'm not really too sure what it'll be. I guess we'll find out in just a moment. We might even gain the ability to throw spiders, which you will see, obviously, in just a few moments. It is really cool. You just basically have a big jar, and you cast spiders anywhere and everywhere.
Sleep once more.
So we picked up a sash, even though this is a very low quality, because we aren't wearing a belt, we now have 4 armor. Once again, we have another dank cellar. Wonder what items we can find. It's so easy, but it's gonna get even easier once we have our zombie dogs. Now, like I said, on hardcore difficulty, it is going to get very, very daunting. We do want to play as safe as possible, because if we die, it is going to be good game, and there is nothing that we can do to revive our character. And there's even a little disclaimer. Whenever you create a hardcore champion, it says that Blizzard customer service will not be able to renew any hardcore characters. Looks like we have reached a checkpoint, and we are going to the old ruins.
Diablo's evil lingers everywhere here.
And we found a cloth tunic. We could go ahead and equip that, giving me just a little bit of armor and changing how we look. Oh man, that's the Wretched Queen. It's so easy to do damage. Like, obviously, we're so early on into the game. The Anvil of Fury. Wow, short sword of wounding. I didn't know that was there. And a simple dagger. Let's go ahead and equip that sword. It probably does more damage than our bow. And it's not really necessary to go ahead and, you know, go ahead and clear out all of these people. Let's look at our inventory. 2 to 3 extra damage. I think I am going to equip the sword, even though it does a little bit extra, a little bit less damage. Okay, going back to New Tristram. And did we actually gain any new skills? We gained Corpse Spider, which is very, very unique. I'll go ahead and use that for now. And obviously, we had Grasp of the Dead at level 2. Here's
Thank
Captain
you for your
Rumford.
help, but could you talk some sense into Leah? She won't give up on the idea of rescuing her uncle.
Nor should she. I will help her find him.
And we have gained a Reptilian Sash. Regenerates 3 life every couple seconds, which is very, very neat. I also want to go ahead and point out that I did create this banner before we started the game. I think it looks very ominous. It obviously is a moon raven filled with a bunch of torn banner here at the bottom. I think it looks ominous. I think it looks very cool. And, you know, it definitely is going to be assisting our playthrough. And, you know, whenever we
Let us
can.
search for your uncle.
We'll need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought their way back to Adria's hut. The key must still be there.
And as you can see, we do have the Book of Cain, which essentially what it does is if we ever find any items, we could go ahead and basically, we're going to find unidentified items, and eventually what we can do is we can bring them to our book here to discover what attributes and qualities they may have. We also have a do we have him already? Yes, we do. We have a blacksmith. And essentially, he is a level 1 blacksmith. What I'm not sure about is I did play a quick 10-minute playthrough. Or when I say 10 minutes, it was probably level 10, so probably a couple hours. But what I did is I was testing out hardcore difficulty, and I noticed I started off with about 3,000 coins, so I'm a little curious as to what else stayed within this playthrough. Anyway, let's begin to head back to New Tristram's The Old Ruins. We have to go into the cathedral, and very soon, you know what? We should have sold our items. That's what I was trying to do. Okay, what are we looking for? Here is Tashun the Miner.
Hands to the bone to bring you these fine goods.
All we got were 42 gold, so I'm not really sure if that was worth it. But at least now we have, you know, a lot more space. So, making our way.
My mother, but I don't know much about her. She died when I was very young. I was raised by Uncle Decker.
Do you know your father?
I'm told he was a great warrior who was lost when Tristram fell to the demons.
So now that we have unlocked zombie dogs, essentially what we do is we have the ability to spawn 3 zombie dogs, and they follow us around. This is going to be one of our core skills that we're going to be using for the rest of the game. We are using our corpse spiders, as you can see, and they only last for a few seconds. But it is rather unique. They do a lot of damage. They do a lot of AoE and like crowd effects. Crowd control, which is really, really cool. They essentially taunt the enemy, so I don't have to tank them myself. But then again, so do my zombie dogs.
Look! A hidden cellar! Follow me!
This is a place of power. Your mother hid her secrets here.
People said she was a witch, but I never believed it. Captain Dalton!
So, basically what we've done is we have gone to Leah's house, and her mother is secretly a witch.
Here's the key, and my mother's journal. What I've seen of it is disturbing. I want to know more about her, but that can wait. We need to save Uncle Deckard first.
I will find Deckard Cain. Stay here and study your mother's secrets. We may have need of them.
Thank you.
Aiden came to me last night. I suspected what was lurking within his troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake. The shadows close in on Tristram once again. But like Aiden, I'll be gone before they fall.
So essentially our number one priority now is we need to head to the old cathedral because we need to find Deckard Cain, who essentially is a very wise and powerful scholar, and maybe he could tell us a little bit about this fallen star and you know, what it could really mean. Mass grave.
My spirit grows vast.
Woo! Reaching level 5 as well, unlocking fire bats. And quite a bit of coin. It's kind of neat how we can find all of these different hidden gems within, you know, the realm itself. I might go ahead and switch back to the poison darts.
The fallen star lies within.
However, we do have fire bats, which I may go ahead and just try out. We'll see exactly what they do. It is kind of like an AoE kind of, you know, spell. Might as well give it a try. It does certainly do quite a bit of damage, and it also definitely drains our mana. Into the cathedral, level 1, we are diving on down. What you'll soon find out is this cathedral has many, many levels.
Where the fire fell from the sky. Strange magic comes from below.
And using the chandelier, the chandelier chain. You know, I'm not really too sure. Do I like the corpse spiders? Do I like the fire bats? I think I'm going to use the poison dart. I have engaged a ravenous dead. These are very small mini bosses, as you can see by their blue names. And a leather doublet of slaughter. Ah, 3 life after each kill. Obviously much more powerful than what we were using. Let's go ahead and switch. Looking at our skills, I would like to use the poison dart. Eventually at level 6, which is going to be next level, we are going to get a variety of skill runes. And we are going to go to Grasp of the Dead. Basically, we are going to be attacking from far away and slowing whatever enemies we can. 7 items crushed. 30-second speed bonus.
More time. My curse upon you!
Anything cool in here? Doesn't look like it. And we have some loose stones. Sometimes they have a variety of items. Before we, you know, leave, let's check down in this hallway. There might be something neat, something cool. Who knows? Or it could go on forever. A grotesque. Ah, and obviously what these things do is, once you kill them, and you are, you kill them and you're near their dead body, they will explode. I'm wondering, you know, what's in these 2 chambers? Because we can go this way, we can go this way.
Your death comes!
The grotesques may seem slow and senseless, but they hide many dangers within their hideously malformed bodies. A set of spikes lurks beneath the monster's flesh, and foul parasites nest within them. It is said that these horrors themselves are constructed by a greater evil, a darkness that I cannot even fathom.
Okay, well, a little bit of lore is always a nice thing. Giving us a little bit of a background story.
Need more time.
I would really like to go ahead and get a few more abilities, because don't get me wrong, like, as fun as it is standing in the back and using our poison darts, you know, I would like to be able to do a little bit more damage. Looks like we've gotten 18 kills so far. The more we rank up, the more experience we will attain. 1.5 experience bonus, not all that bad. You know, I just think it's so funny, like, playing on hardcore difficulty, as easy as it is right now, you know, if we die, you know, the stakes are real. If we die, it's over. Boom! Yeah, sometimes you can't attack over the wall. As you can see, my poison dart was stopped. Doing whatever damage we can. I'm wondering, do both of these chambers meet up? Yes, they do. Sorry, I keep getting phone calls. Here we are, making our way to a grotesque. And searching for signs of Deckard Cain here in the old cathedral. Now, it looks like it wants me to go here. So our only real objective is to make our way this way. Now, as cool as it was to find that sword, the short sword of wounding on that gravesite, I'm a little curious to see what other items we could find here, like in this weapon rack. Club. Usually, I don't pick up items that are white. I get that I picked up a sash not too long ago that is white. But, yeah, we are looking for gloves, bracers, and some boots. I will definitely pick up any of those that I find, whether they are white or rare. This is the way it wants me to go, but let's just explore every crevice we can find. You know, obviously, the more killing we do, the more experience we attain.
Keep the dead trapped here. Akarat, save me.
And a scribe's lectern.
My name is Lachdanan, and I'm cursed. Once the captain of King Leoric's army, I lived only to honor my land and my king. No man has a greater love for his king than I had for mine, even as I drove my blade through his dark and corrupted heart.
Now, Lachdanan has a variety of, journals all throughout this cathedral. Now, I do want to say he probably has one of the most ominous and possibly intriguing stories about the corruption of King Leoric. It's very, very neat. And we're going to try to do everything in our power to find all 4 of those. We've already found 1, and there should be 3 more. It wants us to go here, but let's go ahead and explore what we can. We might be able to find some boots or some bracers, or we could just waste our time altogether. And I guess that's fine. You know, I know I keep saying this over and over again, but Diablo 3 is probably one of my favorite games growing up. You know, I haven't played it in quite some time, so it really does feel like I'm experiencing this for the first time. Now, obviously, I didn't play a little bit to test out the hardcore difficulty, but, very, very cool.
Stay back! Back! May this wedge hold. Skeleton King.
The power of the fallen star awakened me, and soon all will suffer as I have suffered. Gods, bring me his bones!
We gotta save Deckard! I can't wait to finally get to level 6 and see what new abilities we can muster. Well, that was very easy. All these guys die in one hit. Eventually they'll get stronger and stronger. Woo! A head cleaver. Kiting what we can, and leather pants of the hawk. Okay, so we are wearing reptilian cloth pants. They give us life. Essentially, we could get a lot more armor and some dexterity, but we are going to lose a little bit of regeneration, which I suppose is fine. And finding Deckard Cain.
Thank you, but why did you risk yourself for me?
Because you needed my help. Come, I must return you to Leah.
Oh, it is wonderful to hear that Leah is well. I fear the worst. I learned of this secret passage through old maps I found.
And into the cathedral gardens.
We must discuss the fallen star. Follow me to Tristram.
I have kept my word to Leah and rescued her Uncle Cain. I pulled him from the clutches of the Skeleton King, who still holds the fallen star.
Talk to Leah in New Tristram. Sounds like a plan. I do want to go ahead and sell whatever items I have, and do I need to do any repairs? Not yet. Yeah, I have 6,300 coin. I'm wondering if I started with any. We'll see.
There is no way.
Awkward. You gotta go to the merchant, and then you gotta sell. I could go ahead and buy some additional items, though I don't think I need any.
Uncle, you're alive!
Thanks to you and your friend here.
I seek your wisdom. Tell me of the fallen star.
The prophecy of the end days surely points to it as a sign that the end has begun.
Please, Uncle, not more of your stories. All that matters now is that you're back.
My spirit grows vast.
Reptilian leather doublet of the bear. That, definitely is gonna be giving me a lot of extra health. Vitality means health, and it regenerates some health, which is gonna be nice. And we have finally reached level 6. Basically, because we added more health, we did lose some health, because we obviously did not have full health to begin with. Okay.
The Skeleton King was once our beloved lord, Leoric. He was driven mad by Diablo's evil. He lost both of his sons and his very soul before he was finally defeated. Now it seems he's risen to plague this land once again.
Leoric should be in the unformed land, yet he stands between me and the fallen star.
The key to defeating him lies in his old crown. Seek out our blacksmith, Hadrig. He knows of its whereabouts.
So, now that we've reached to level 6, we should have the ability to use splinters, which basically, once we get to level 6, we've unlocked all of these skill runes. Level 13, 25, 43, and they are corresponding. Sorry, I thought they were going through, some important dialogue. So we have our poison darts. Let's go ahead and try the splinters. Shoot multiple poison darts. And obviously, as we get more and more powerful at level 12, we can upgrade our zombie dogs, which will give them an infectious and poisonous bite. And, I guess we are going to go ahead and end our very first episode. Thank you all so much for joining me. It really does mean a lot. In our next episode, we are going to make our way back to the cathedral and see if we can seize Leoric's crown. Hope you all have an awesome day, and I will see you in our next adventure.